Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm glad to see everybody back today. I hope everybody had a blessed Sunday. And thank you for tuning in to Real Life Solutions with Uncle T. Hey, we got a hard hitter for you today. And the topic of today is, do you want to get over your breakup or not? Do you want to get over this girl or not? Do you want to get over this guy or not? Why do you keep playing around with the situation? Why do you keep messing with it? And a lot of times we get so tied up with people and we get our hearts intertwined, our minds intertwined, and it gets so deep that people lose their appetite. They can't eat, they can't sleep, and their hearts are and souls are all into this other person. Why is that? A lot of times things get very complicated when you sleep with one another because your souls intertwine with one another. And every time that you sleep with someone, you give part of your being to that person, and vice versa. So we want to know exactly what does it take to get over somebody. When you say, Uncle T, you just don't know. Trust me, I know. And you've been involved with someone for a long time, and all of a sudden he finds somebody else, or all of a sudden she tells you she wants to be friends, she don't want to be with you anymore. What do you do when you're all tied up and your emotions are all tied up with this individual? Okay, it's not easy getting over someone. And you hear friends say, just get over it, just move on. It's not that easy, especially when you loved hard. You love someone real hard and real deep. Now, let's talk about this. Let's just dive into this. Now, with any relationship, you got to understand, regardless of whose fault it was, you cannot heal what you won't confront. Let's say that again. You can't heal what you won't confront. A lot of time people do not want to confront the issues at hand. We don't want to confront, and don't want to accept what the other person said, that the reason why they don't want to be with you anymore. It may be a bad temper. You may have an anger problem, or the person may be lazy, or the person may be a liar, or they just like messing around and you catch them in their lies or whatever. Whatever the reason was, you broke up with them. You can't heal unless you confront these issues, because you always have in the back of your mind the whys, and you want answers to all the whys. And a lot of times you would have people to tell you that time heals everything. No, the time does not heal nothing. When you don't confront the issues at hand, time does not heal anything. All you do is suppress those emotions. They're still there, but you just suppress them to where they don't hurt like they used to. Because I guarantee you, if you don't deal with the situation or deal with the subject, and you see this person, or this person confronts you after a long period of time, those emotions are going to come right back up, just like if you had them yesterday. Okay? Now, when you confront the issues and resolving the issues, this is what allows you to heal. Once you confront the issues, and you want to know everything as to, what was involved with the situation, and you got questions and how this situation went down, until you begin to ask questions and get resolution, then you could heal. That's what the term time heals everything. No, time doesn't heal everything until you get the situation resolved. Now, you can always walk away from a situation and say, I'll just get over them, and time will do this and this and that. But most people that I've seen that walked away from a situation and never resolved those old issues, they have bitterness toward that person. They have anger toward that person. They say they're friends, but they're not. They're standoffish. So it's a lot of things that we're not resolved in those situations when you want to move forward. If you want to get over somebody, you got to keep yourself focused and stay busy. You can't be sitting around on the social media page, checking them out, seeing what they're doing. He just broke up with you, and yet he's hanging out with the fellas, and he's smiling and happy, and now that just makes you that just pisses you off. That how can he be happy without me? And he's happy and he's moving on, or vice versa. She's with the girls and they're taking shots. They're at the bar taking shots, and it looks like she's having a great time, and oh, she's having a good time without me, but she said she loved me and couldn't do without me. But look at her, check her out. But don't be focused on that, because that's all an illusion. When people are really hurting, that's what they do. They try to, they get drunk, or they get drunk, or they start doing drugs, smoking weed, and or they out to the bar, taking in alcohol, drinking beers, getting drunk, acting a fool, and that's just a mask to cover the pain. Because when you're in pain, you're looking for something to ease the pain. And a lot of times, you break up with someone, and you might say, well, you sure are drinking a lot, or you being high. I mean, why are you so high? And that's what they're doing. They don't want to tell you, but that is why they are doing what they're doing, because they're in pain. Okay? If you're not careful, for breaking up with someone, if you're not careful by staying busy and staying focused with your life, when I mean staying busy, go to the gym, go for walks at the park, stay focused on you, work on yourself, heal yourself, make yourself a whole person. Don't jump out here and want to jump into bed with somebody else after you've went through a serious breakup. I hear this all the time, where people go through a serious breakup, and the first thing the guy want to do is go sleep with this girl, or the girl want to go sleep with this guy. Oh, we're not together no more. I'll get over, I'll get over Jimmy. I go sleep with I go sleep with Todd. He's been wanting to crack on me for a while. I know I can get with somebody. Don't do that, because your heart will be tangled up with all these different men. You'll have emotions for all these different men, and you'll be in worse shape than you were from the beginning. All right? And why is that? Because you always go back to what you're familiar with. I've heard that statement all the time, and it's so true a lot of times. If you don't stay focused, you'll go back to what you're familiar with. You'll go back to the old ex. You'll go back to the guys that you said you wouldn't date anymore. Let's say if a guy is a narcissist, you might have a tendency to want to go out with another narcissist, or somebody like that guy, or somebody like the guy you just broke up with. And you'll have a tendency to go back to what you're familiar with. And a lot of times that usually is the exes. All right? And the next thing we don't want to do is that, well, we want to ask the who, what, where, and why questions. Because you're never going to heal if you don't know who. If you've been cheating, first thing guy wants to know who you're cheating with, who you've been seeing. Or most of the time it's the females that'll say who you've been seeing. My friend said they saw you up there parked in the parking lot, and you was with such and such. Is that who you're seeing now? Women have a lot of questions, and they want to know the who, what, where, and why, and when. They want to know it all. A lot of times that gives closure to a woman, even to a man, but mostly to women it gives them closure. Now, women, do not be upset if he tells you he don't want to be with you anymore, because I'm telling you, if somebody tells me I don't want to be with you no more, I don't love you, leave me alone, you don't have to say that but one time, because nobody deserves to be treated just any kind of way. But people are so tied up and they have such low self esteem. A man can say, I don't want to be with you. Leave me alone. I don't love you. I'm seeing someone else. And I've seen women would chase these guys down and will not let them go. And I'm just like, wow, that must have been some real good relationship there, that she just can't let it go. I mean, does she have a problem with rejection? And I think that's a big issue in the dating scene nowadays, is that people have a problem with rejection, that they can't accept the fact that you rejected them and you're ready to move on and you don't want to be with them anymore. That's a real issue. And I think that's probably a good topic I probably need to talk about, is rejection. Is that, how do you deal with rejection when somebody you've been with don't want to be with you no more? And for some people, it's not a problem. They say, hey, you don't want me? Deuces. Kick rocks. No problem. I'm a good looking female. I can get somebody else. Or I'm a good looking guy. I can get me somebody else. That's somebody with high value, confidence in themselves, high self esteem, saying, hey, if you don't want me, hey, I know I'll make a good catch for someone else. You know? So the who, what, where's, and why questions, even if you don't like the answers, sometimes we have to accept what the person feels. I heard a lady today say that this man said that he didn't want to be with her anymore. Okay. She said she was kind of devastated that he didn't want to be with her anymore, and that he realized he wanted more in a relationship and he felt like he wasn't getting it from her. And what she said at the end of the conversation, at the end of the day, she said, can you tell me why I was not wifey material? Can you tell me what is wrong? What did you feel that was wrong with me to where you feel that I was not wifey material? I said that was real good, because now she said that I want that feedback so that I can look at that feedback and maybe look at myself and say, yeah, I do act that way. Or, you can discredit and say, no, I don't act that way. That wasn't the issue. Or, there's a little bit in here that I could have improved on, because she said that I want to be better. So the next person I meet, I want to be wifey material. Now, I said that was really good counseling. I said that was really good, because it takes a real strong person to say, tell me why you didn't think I was wifey material. And to be able to read the list of whatever it was, and to be able to accept that, and and move on. I thought that was real good of her to even say that. I applaud her for that. Also, if you're trying to move forward, I don't care how much you love this guy, I don't care how much you loved her, no, we're not being friends. I hear this in the movies, on TV. No, if we were deeply in love with one another and it didn't work out, no, we're not going to be close friends. We're not going to be friends at all. We'll be associates. If I see you at the Walmart store and I see you, I'll wave and, hey, how you doing? Keep it moving. Because my thing is, if you were in a relationship with someone like that and you guys can be friends, why come you can't be lovers? I don't understand that. If you could be great friends, but why come you couldn't be lovers? So it doesn't work. It doesn't work with someone you have emotions with like that, because what it does, it keeps the wound open. It keeps the emotions open. You never heal. Your heart never closes. You always have a doorway, a special place for that person. And that's not fair to your future husband. That's not fair to your future boyfriend who you meet, or girlfriend who you meet, that this girl has a special place in your heart. The only time someone has a special place like that, unless it was somebody that was close to my family, and maybe we dated, maybe a family member was sick, or maybe my mom or my father was sick, and they helped take care of them. Maybe they were a cancer patient, and maybe they helped, come to the house, and when we was going together or dating, she helped take care of my father or my mother. Then that's a little bit different. But there's a friendship there. But at the same time, you got to have some boundaries. You got to draw some boundaries that you cannot have this person be in your life, because a person would try to be in your life just to keep tabs on you. Not that they so concerned about you. Sometimes your exes will want to be in your life just to keep tabs on you and just to keep track of you and see what's going on in your life. And we don't want to do that. So we want to try to make boundaries. If they're your exes for a reason. Okay? So if you're still trying to get over, the relationship, give yourself time to heal and not fall into a rebound relationship. A lot of times, this is what happens. I hear it with some of my older kids. It's like, okay, we ain't together no more, so hey, I'm going on a date Friday. I'm just like, wow, how is it that you can say you're in love with one another, and then a week later you go on a date with somebody else if y'all broke up? I mean, I've never seen it. Like, it's just crazy to me. Maybe I'm just old school. Maybe I'm just a dinosaur. But it just seems like when you're in love with someone, you don't even think about wanting to be with somebody else. Mostly women are like that a lot of times. When they're in love with you, a lot of times they don't think about wanting to just a week later go out with someone else. Most of the guys will go hang with the fellas, go drink some beers, hang out, do stuff. Um, I just think that it's so easy to get in a rebound relationship, because a woman may ask you, guys, why did you and Joan break up? And you start saying, well, we had problems, and she had problems with this, and she was saying I was doing this, and and I couldn't be there for her, and then this other female be like, tell me more. So you tell her more, and she's like, hey, I can if you're taking job applications, I like to put in for that job. So she may step forward. Next thing you know, you're in a relationship with someone else, off the rebound, off of this relationship. You haven't given yourself enough time to heal. You haven't even looked at the facts, the who, what, where, and why. You're in limbo. Your heart's all torn up. And I say the same thing for women as well. And I've seen women who get in a rebound relationship, sleep with another man, and knowing that you love the other guy. And guess what happens when you get in that relationship or that one night stand with this other guy on the rebound? Boom. Guess what? You get pregnant. Now you're done. You're done. And a lot of times the guy ain't gonna want you no more now that you got a baby by another guy, and that was a one night stand, and it was a rebound. And now you really lost him. Or you really lost her. She don't want to be with you anymore because, oh, you ain't got another girl pregnant. It's like, and the first thing the woman gonna say, I'm not taking care of that baby. That's your baby. And the guy, it's vice versa. If you're trying to get over a relationship, another thing to do is reflect on what went wrong. Learn from it. A lot of time people want to play the blame game, and they want to say, it was your fault. The reason why we're not together, it was your fault. You did this, you did this. If you hadn't done that, we'd probably still be together. We can always play the blame game all the time. But a mature person will say, what was it? I mean, was it me? I mean, did I cause the relationship not to work. And I tell you what, it really takes a real woman or a real man to accept what the other person is saying. It really does. Because they're seeing it and telling you from their perspective what they're seeing. Sometimes people are full of crap. I get that. That you may have a boyfriend or girlfriend, she's a drama queen. The guy you're with, he's just a drama king, and you both are full of crap. So I do understand that we do have those type of relationships. Um, but on a serious note, you have to allow yourself to ask the questions, the who, what, where's, and why. Stay off of the social media. Let the person go. If they tell you they don't want to be with you, God's sakes, let them go. Trust me, there are more men out here. Trust me, there are more women out here. He's not the only one. She's not the only one. Um, like I said, you don't have but one opportunity to tell me that you don't want to be with me, or you don't love me, or please leave me alone. Okay, you got it, bruh. You got it, sis. Trust me, I will leave you alone. And you know what? Lose my number as well. Lose my number. Don't call me. I don't want to see you. Don't want to talk to you. And best wishes to you. But if you want to get over the relationship, these are just the hard knocks of life that you have to deal with when you want to get over stuff. It's so easy to get in these relationships, and the first thing everybody wants to do is go to bed. Gotta have some sex. Gotta have some sex. And half of the time, we don't even know this person. We don't even know their medical history. We don't know if they have any diseases. We don't know anything. The person, because they look right on the outside, they don't look like they're sick, but HIV is real. I'd like to hear your comments in the bottom of the section. What were some of the measures you took when you broke up with someone? Maybe it was not a deep relationship. Y'all was just dating, messing around, but you broke up. What were some of the things or techniques you used to help ease that situation along? I like to hear from it. If you will put your answers in my comment section, I'll be more than happy to answer back. Or if you have questions for Uncle T, hey, let me know. And if you haven't subscribed, we deal with real life solutions. We deal with real life stuff that happens to people every day in normal life. And if you like listening to a channel to where you want to hear about some real stuff, hey, this is the channel for you. I don't care how old you are. I always got information about life. And I would appreciate if you would subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give me some likes, get those thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You'll really help Uncle T out a lot. And until we meet again, my friend, you guys take care and be safe.